Hello everybody, Wonder Woman here, coming at you with a video about the top 5 ways I'm able to travel for less. So if you're interested on how to travel for less, whether it be internationally or domestically, keep watching. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, then that means that you are interested in ways that you can save money or stretch your dollar a little bit more in order for you to be able to travel more, whether it be internationally or domestically. And fortunately, you've come to the right place. Just want to mention that I am probably going to be looking down a little bit because I've got notes that I put down on my phone to keep me on track. And then also I've got a gentleman in training going back and forth in the background, babysitting today, you know, doing my aunt duties. Number 1, flexible airport departure. Being flexible in the airport you depart out of is going to save you a ton of money, or it has the potential to save you a ton of money depending on where you live. So I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the airport of choice for me is CBG. That's very convenient. But if I'm going somewhere far where the tickets are more expensive, let's say when I went to London, tickets out of Cincinnati was anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. Just do a random search and then plug in the different airports that are nearby that I'm willing to drive to in order to depart out of. So I ended up departing for my London trip out of Chicago. So remember I said the ticket from CBG was anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 round trip? Well, departing out of Chicago was $400. You heard me correctly, it was $400. So what did I do? Your girl booked her flight and flew out of Chicago. So that took what could have potentially be a $1,200 ticket and a $1,000 ticket and knocked it down all the way to $400. Big savings, right? Number 2, flexible dates. I cannot stress this enough. Flexible dates, flexible dates, flexible dates. You guys know how they say in real estate, location, location, location. Well, timing up that, you know, airport that you travel out of with nice flexible dates, that's gonna give you an optimized savings. Again, when I went to London, instead of traveling to London in June or in May when everybody else goes, or where the traveling season to a destination like that is super high, I went in March. So I went during a low season. You know, for those of you that have that ability to be flexible in your dates, then that's going to save you a ton of money as well. Not just on the flight, but also on the hotel, Airbnb, what have you. I think we all know that if you I think we all know if you travel during a low season, then you'll be able to save a little bit more money that way. So put the low season traveling with the flexible airport departure and you've got yourself a pretty good deal. Another way that I'm able to save money for travel is to save money. And so my way of doing that is I take a little bit of my check. Every time I get paid, I take just a little bit of it. For me, I take about 5% of my paycheck and I put it in a bank account somewhere. I have it shuffled off to a bank account somewhere, comes right off the top. I don't even see that money and it goes into an account somewhere that is, you know, that I don't have easy access to. Now, for me, it's 5%. For somebody else, it could be 2%. It could be 1%. It could be whatever you want it to be. It could be $50. It could be $100. It could be $75. It could be $10. Whatever you do, just save towards your goal. And I prioritize that when I'm thinking about, do I want to buy these new shoes? Do I want to acquire this new bill, get a new phone or something like that? And for me, the answer is no. For me, I prioritize, as far as my leisure time, I prioritize my experiences when I travel. So I don't shop as much as I used to. And if there are any of my friends watching this, do not comment on this and say I've been shopping, because I've not been shopping, okay? I think the last time I went shopping, I think it was probably like, maybe May. I know that's gonna sound bad, but I only bought 2 dresses and they were dirt cheap, and I had a reward, okay? So let me not even try to explain myself here. But I mean, for the most part, I don't travel. I mean, I don't shop anymore. Look at me, I'm getting tripped up over my words. I don't spend a lot of excess money on things that would take away from my traveling fun. Okay, so moving right along, number 4. So the 4th way that I'm able to save money for travel is to book cheap lodging. Now, cheap is relative to whoever's watching this, okay? And by cheap, what I mean is I try to find lodging that's less than $100 US a night. Less than $100 US a night. Now, if I'm traveling with my husband, I might push that just a little bit, because I like to be in a prime location when I'm traveling with him. I like to be in a romantic hotel, you know, something with a view. But if I'm traveling with my friends and it's a group of us, or if it's just me and a friend, then I am not as picky on the travel, I'm not as picky on the lodging we choose. So there are times where I've traveled with friends and we won't stay in the heart of everything, because those hotels or Airbnbs, those are more expensive. Obviously, if you're staying close to more attractions, you're gonna pay more money. So we'll stay further away from the attractions. And this brings me to, I guess if that's 4, this is 4A. So this brings me to a point within a point, and that is you're traveling, your transit is what I'm trying to say. Transportation while you're at the place. So I try to use public transportation no matter where I go. I try to travel as the locals travel, because more often than not, you're gonna save a lot more money. Now, if it's Uber and the place that you're staying, or the place you're traveling to, they don't have necessarily a city center where there's just all the attractions are there in one place or in one central location, then okay, you may have to Uber around, and that's fine. I mean, an example of something like that would be LA. So when I went to LA last year, I quickly realized that, oh, you need a car if you're gonna be in LA. And if you're not gonna have a car, then you need to be prepared to pay for those Ubers. So yeah, because you're not gonna be able to walk from one side of LA to the other. It's just not, and they don't necessarily have like a set city center with a whole bunch of attractions around in the same area. So anyway, I digress. But anyway, so choose your Airbnb or your hotel, get cheap lodging, and then take public transit. So if you're staying out a little bit further from the city center or from the heart of all the action or whatever, then you wanna make sure that you choose a hotel or Airbnb that is near public transit, near a bus stop, near the subway, or things of that nature. So yeah, this brings me to number 5. And that is splitting costs with a friend. For all you people that like to solo travel, then this may not be for you. But for those of us that enjoy traveling with other people or don't like to travel solo all the time, then you know, split costs with a friend. I like to travel with my husband. I like to travel with people. And, you know, on the times where I'm not traveling with my husband, then I like to split the cost with friends. So I'll invite a friend or two, and we are like-minded. We want to go somewhere. We want to have fun. So we'll split our Airbnb, split hotel rooms. We'll split Ubers. So when we travel, we'll split the Ubers, and just any type of thing that we do while we're on the trip. So when I went to London with my friend, we split our meals. Because they would give us such big portions and we were walking around all day, and I don't like feeling full and stuffed when I'm walking around. So we would order something with a big portion and we'd split it. And that's how we were able to save money while we were on the trip too. Okay, so that concludes this video. Hope you guys found it informational and helpful to your future travels. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, follow the link below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like me on Facebook and share. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.